There was a young couple who arrived from Russia and were in very difficult financial condition.
She had close to 100 dresses in her wardrobe. They weren't very happy.
That on his side there was no unhappiness.
We found out that Oswald was beating Marina, that he was not aggressive enough. He was humiliated by it, definitely.
That he did not want Marina to learn English, maybe because he was an intensely jealous person.
She came back quite upset. I said, what happened? She said, he just took cigarette out of my mouth and put it out on my shoulder.
I was standing there on the balcony, and my wife and Marina were looking at the rifle which was inside of a closet, you know. And Marina said to my wife, look at that idiot, he has a rifle here. Instead of buying food or necessities for our home, you know, he bought a rifle. And that's what I just overheard, but I actually did not even look in the closet, you know.
The peculiar sense of humor sometimes. He said, did you take by any chance pot shot at Walker? And we all laughed at it like the greatest big joke, like nobody thought anything of it at all, because we never thought that anything like that could happen.
Well, the police from the city came in to investigate a rifle shot that was fired into the house, fired through the west window, and hit the sill and hit the wall across the room and went through the wall over the desk at which I was sitting.
But there was one young student, Edward Vogel, who went out of his way to befriend Oswald, and he tells about it.
Would you tell us your first encounter, as you can recall? This has been, what, about 8?
It was about 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Tell us about it.
Well, he came in Beauregard's mid-semester, and he had a fight with a couple of boys, and that's how I first saw him. I think these boys that he had a fight with them put this other guy up to punch him in the mouth to get back at him, because Oswald did beat the other boys. And Oswald was laying down on the ground, and I ran up to him, and I think a couple other boys did too. We brought him back into school and washed his mouth off and put some cold compresses on his mouth. Well, he didn't seem to mix too well with the rest of the boys or the girls, anyone there at the school. He didn't seem to have any friends, or he didn't seem to be really interested in anything. He didn't participate in any extracurricular activities. He was just a loner, it seemed like. He didn't mention anything at all about any politics or socialism, communism, Marxism, or anything, and I don't believe that's true. I don't believe he had any really basic ideas on Marxism or anything at 15 years old. I think that came later, somewhere along the line, because he never mentioned anything like that to me at all.
You have given me a hearing without legal representation or anything.
You shoot the president?
I didn't shoot anybody, no, sir.
I didn't shoot anybody, sir. I haven't been told what I'm here for. You have a lawyer? No, sir, I don't.
I'd like some legal representation. These police officers have not allowed me to have any.
I don't know what this is all about.
Kill the president?
No, sir, I didn't. People keep asking me. Sir?
Shoot the president?
I work in that building.
Were you in the building at the time?
Naturally, if I work in that building, yes, sir.
Back up, man.
Come on, man. No, they're taking me in because of the fact that I live in the Soviet Union. I'm just a patsy.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot. There's a man with a gun.
Unconscious Lee Oswald, hurriedly wheeled to a waiting ambulance. The single bullet from Jack Ruby's gun has ripped through his midsection.
I met them through friends at a party last winter, and then saw more of Marina later. I was interested in talking with her because I was trying to learn the language. Then later they had financial difficulty when he lost his work. I couldn't I still can't imagine that he could do anything as violent, as premeditated as he must have done. I think if he planned it ahead, it was planned on very short notice, that he suddenly realized he had an opportunity to no longer be a little guy, but to be someone extraordinary. The evidence was so incriminating, and just as we, all of us, the nation, saw it on the television, I began to wonder how they would ever get a jury that could give him an impartial trial. But now, of course, he's dead. He has been, in effect, judged quickly and hanged. Very rigid in his thinking about some doctrines that I cannot understand at all. I do think he was a book Marxist, had read the books and thought that this was the way it should be, that capitalism was a bad system. I felt as he talked that there's no point in arguing with this man. If he thinks that he is out to be exploited, I think that's more the comment of a man who feels a little bit persecuted by life than a rational and a point that he could substantiate in fact. I just observed to myself, here's a man who feels that life has been tough and he hasn't got a proper deal out of it. I hoped that he might feel that life was generous. I hoped indeed that he might feel some generosity here in what he received from me for his wife. I really hoped that he might feel some ease of this discontent he did feel in the existing society, just by easing, if his own heart could feel ease. But I guess I'm no psychologist. I suppose it's just all too late when a man is 24 to change his feelings about the way life is, or the way he expects it to treat him.
I don't want to believe, but I have too much facts, and facts tell me that Lee shot Kennedy.
Did Lee ever tell you that he was going to do this?
He never don't tell me this. And this was a very bad surprise for me.
Marina, did you love Lee Oswald?
Yes, I love Lee, and I sorry him.
You what?
I'm sorry.
You're sorry for him?
Yes. Because he died very young.
Do you visit his grave still?
I visit him in grave every week. 1 time or 2 times a week.